In the next 20 minutes, you're going to know everything about how to finally heal your stomach ulcers for good. I am Pharmacist Ugonwa and I have struggled with stomach ulcers in the past. Trust me when I say that the things I am going to talk about here are true. I advise you to take notes because there is a lot of useful information here. I'm going to be talking about everything from the common causes of stomach ulcers to the standard medication treatment for stomach ulcers to the foods that you should eat and the foods that you should avoid to supplements and natural remedies that support healing and lifestyle practices that will also support your healing. Stay till the end of this video so you don't miss out on anything. First, let's look at the common causes of stomach ulcers. It is important that you know this so that you know the correct ways to handle your stomach ulcers. The first and the most common cause of stomach ulcers is H. pylori. Helicobacter pylori is a bacteria that lives in the stomach lining. When there is an infestation of this bacteria, they break down the protective mucus layer that protects the stomach lining from the stomach acid, which is what causes the wounds because the acid would then touch the stomach lining and eat into it, causing the stomach ulcers. Whenever someone starts experiencing symptoms of stomach ulcer, the first line of action is to tell the person to go and take a test for H. pylori to confirm its presence, because if the ulcer is caused by H. pylori, there has to be treatment to eradicate the bacteria while also trying to heal the wounds. The second common cause of stomach ulcers is certain medications known as NSAIDs or non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. These drugs damage the stomach lining and also cause ulcers. If you're someone who has been on any of these medications for a long period of time because you have a chronic pain condition, this could be a major reason why you are suffering from stomach ulcers. Examples of these medications are piroxicam, diclofenac, aspirin, indomethacin, and so many others. The other causes of stomach ulcer include irregular meal patterns or skipping meals for a long time. When your stomach is left empty for a long time and when you are not keeping to a particular eating schedule, it can cause stomach acid to be produced on an empty stomach, which will damage your stomach lining. And the next cause is stress. Chronic stress increases the risk of stomach ulcer and also worsens stomach ulcers if you have them already, which is why they tell you that when you have a stomach ulcer, you should manage stress. You notice how whenever you are stressed up, that is when the stomach pain starts and the symptoms worsen. Chronic stress increases stomach acid, which will worsen stomach ulcer conditions. Now, let's go to the next section, which is the standard medication treatment for stomach ulcers. It's important that you know them, especially how to take these medications properly and the timing for these medications. The first class of medications that I'll talk about are the antibiotics. Like I mentioned previously, H. pylori is one of the major causes of stomach ulcers, and H. pylori is a bacteria. The only way to eradicate H. pylori is with antibiotics. These antibiotics are usually given in combination. Some of them even come as what we call ulcer kits, combined with a stomach acid suppressant. When it comes to these antibiotics, it is important that you take them as prescribed. Do not abuse your antibiotics. Abusing your antibiotics increases risk of antibiotic resistance. If antibiotic resistance occurs, it is going to be very difficult in the future to eradicate that bacteria. So you need to stick to the prescription as given by your healthcare provider. Do not start antibiotics and stop taking them just because you feel like. I've met a lot of patients who complain that, oh, I started taking these antibiotics. After 2 days, I didn't see any results. When it comes to healing your ulcers, do not expect to be cured in 1 or 2 days. It's going to take time for complete healing to occur. If you have a wound on your skin, a serious injury on your skin, think about it. It doesn't heal in 1 day or 2 days. It takes time to heal. And it requires a combination of different things, from medications to wound dressing. Don't expect your ulcer wounds to heal overnight. Make sure you take your medications properly for best results. When it comes to these antibiotics, you might need to take them for a long period of time. I remember that I took up to 6 ulcer kits. The next class of medications are called the stomach acid suppressants. These medications include drugs like omeprazole, cimetidine, antacids, and their aim is to reduce stomach acid. why we need to reduce stomach acid is to create an environment in the stomach that encourages wound healing. Acid, when it touches wound, will worsen it. By reducing stomach acid production, it gives the ulcer wounds more time to heal. These are the best times that you have to take these stomach acid suppressants. When it comes to drugs like omeprazole, it is best taken at least 30 minutes before food on an empty stomach. What this does is that it reduces stomach acid production when you eat, because stomach acid production is highest when you eat. Cimetidine is another common stomach acid suppressant which is best taken in the evening because it helps to reduce acid reflux at night and also reduce all those stomach pains that you have that wake you up in the middle of the night. Finally, your antacid tablets and your antacid suspensions are there for symptomatic relief. They help to soothe the wounds when they're aggravated and also help to reduce acidity in the stomach. On a final note, stomach acid suppressants should not be taken for a long period of time. They are only taken to reduce stomach acid to encourage wound healing. Your stomach is supposed to be acidic because stomach acid is needed in proper digestion of food. Now that we are done with the standard medications, let's go to the next section, which is the answer to one of the most frequently asked questions that patients with stomach ulcer have. What can I eat and what should I not eat if I have a stomach ulcer? For foods that you should avoid, think about it. If you have a wound, you should avoid putting anything on it that will aggravate it or make it worse. So the foods that you should avoid include number one, spicy foods. Any food that contains pepper will irritate the ulcer wounds, so you need to avoid them. The next type of foods that you should avoid are fried or greasy foods. Fried foods or greasy foods contain a lot of oil that stimulates excessive stomach acid production, so you don't want to take such kinds of foods. Note that the fact that I'm telling you to avoid these foods now doesn't mean that you have to avoid them forever. If you're able to be disciplined and heal your stomach ulcers properly, you don't have to avoid these foods forever. The next type of food that you need to avoid is caffeine. Caffeine is very harsh on the stomach. You can find caffeine in coffee, in energy drinks. Just avoid anything that has caffeine in it. The next kind of foods that you should avoid are acidic foods or acidic fruits, like your citrus fruits, your pineapple, anything acidic, anything that will add to the stomach acid should be avoided. Next, cut back on alcohol consumption. Taking alcohol will only worsen the wounds and eat into them even more. Finally, avoid foods that will cause inflammation in your stomach and even in your body in general. What kinds of food are these? Foods that are high in sugar, high in carbohydrates, processed foods. Just avoid those kinds of foods because they will increase inflammation in your stomach and your body and it will just worsen your condition. Another thing to take note of is that when you are eating, don't eat huge meals at once. It is best that you eat smaller meals more frequently during the day so that your stomach will not be empty for long. But don't eat too much at once because eating too much at once will stress your stomach, will also affect the wounds, will increase your indigestion issues and just make your condition worse. What kinds of foods can you eat? There are a whole lot. Number one, vegetables, especially cooked or steamed vegetables like carrots, your leafy greens, cabbage. These kinds of foods are very good for your stomach because they will calm the wounds and they are rich in soluble fiber, which is a form of prebiotic. That's a form of food for the good bacteria in your gut, which will also help in digestion and also helps eradicate H. pylori because you need to build up your good bacteria in order to help fight off H. pylori bacteria in your stomach. Steamed vegetables are really nice. You can use them to make soups with proteins like meat, fish, or eggs. The next class of foods that you can eat are fruits like apples, bananas, papayas. These fruits are soothing to the stomach, especially bananas. Bananas have a substance that is soothing to the stomach lining. Next, eat whole grains like oats, brown rice, quinoa. These grains contain fiber that is good for your digestive health and is soothing to the stomach. Finally, eat foods that are rich in probiotics. Probiotics are healthy gut bacteria that will help fight the H. pylori bacteria in your stomach. Examples of such foods are fermented foods. Ask around for your local cultural fermented foods. Trust me, these foods are loaded with good bacteria that are great for your gut. We are done with the section on the foods that you can eat and the foods that you should not eat. Let's move to the next section, which is supplements. Before I go on, I hope you're enjoying this video and you're getting so much value from it. Remember to take notes And also, please like and subscribe to this channel because we're going to be dropping more very informative videos like this. If you have any health topic that you want me to talk about, you can drop them in the comment section of this video. So let's talk about supplements. These supplements are specifically meant to hasten the wound healing, and trust me, they are very effective. The first one is a type of zinc supplement known as zinc carnosine. This is not the normal zinc supplement that you know. This is a combination of zinc and an amino acid called carnosine, which together forms zinc carnosine. What this does is that it delivers the zinc directly to your stomach cells, directly to your stomach lining, and this helps to accelerate wound healing. The next supplement is what is called mastic gum. This usually comes in supplement form. It is an extract from a tree which has been traditionally used to handle digestive issues. Nature has made it in a way that almost every problem that you can think of, there is a plant, a tree, or something out there that can help with it. This tree has been used for a long time with digestive issues, and it has been found that this mastic gum, when extracted, has great effects in healing stomach ulcers and also in fighting H. pylori bacteria. Imagine that. The next supplement is licorice, specifically DGL, deglycyrrhenated licorice. Why it's important to get that form is that the normal licorice will affect blood pressure. So it's important that you get that deglycyrrhenated licorice supplement. Licorice, I hope I'm pronouncing it properly, helps in healing of the gut lining. Number 4, I think I've talked about 3 so far. The fourth supplement is L-glutamine. L-glutamine is another amino acid which helps to heal and repair the gut lining. Last but not the least, we have your probiotic supplements, specifically probiotic supplements that contain lactobacillus species. I mentioned taking fermented foods which are rich in probiotics. If you cannot get these fermented foods, you can also get probiotic supplements. Look for a very good one, and when you are taking these probiotic supplements, take them with food so that they can work better, and do not take them with hot water or any hot drink because it will kill the bacteria. Remember, these supplements are just simply bacteria, so don't take them with any hot drink that can kill the bacteria. That's that for supplements. I've mentioned 5 supplements so far. Let's move on to natural remedies. There are natural remedies that can help foster the healing of these stomach ulcers. Please note that anybody that is trying to sell you a natural cure for ulcer is lying to you. They want to rip you off of your money. It doesn't mean that what they are selling doesn't have some effects in helping to heal stomach ulcers. It's just that if you have followed me through this video step by step, you understand that healing ulcers takes more than one thing. It takes time and it takes different factors which will help encourage healing. If you have a wound on your skin and it is healing, it is not one thing that is healing that wound. There are a lot of factors that involve that will heal that wound. There is no natural remedy for ulcer. There are only things that can help to improve healing. So that's by the way. Let's talk about some of these natural remedies. The first one and the most common one, which I'm very sure you've heard of, is cabbage juice. Yes, cabbage juice is rich in an amino acid called glutamine, which is healing to the gut. I think I talked about glutamine when I was talking about supplements. It's recommended that you take half cup of cabbage juice at least 2 to 3 times a day, or just start eating more cabbage with your meals. But don't overdo it, please. The fact that something is natural doesn't mean that it will not cause side effects if you take it too much. The next natural remedy is honey. Raw honey is soothing to the stomach and also has antibacterial properties which can help fight H. pylori. Other remedies include aloe vera juice, moringa tea, and yes, I forgot to mention that yogurt is a rich source of probiotics, especially unsweetened Greek yogurt. Avoid the sweetened types of yogurt because they contain a lot of sugar. Okay, we're in the final section of this video, which is the daily habits that can help you heal your ulcer wounds faster. Before I continue, I just want to remind you again to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And also, when you are done with this video, go to the description and click the link to download the PDF for this video, which includes everything I've talked about and more. I've made a comprehensive list of the foods that you should eat and you should not eat, supplements, natural remedies, everything I talked about in this video will be in that PDF. After the video, you can go and click on the link to the PDF and download it. What are some daily habits that you need to start or you need to stop in order to hasten the healing of your stomach ulcers? And I've already mentioned some of them. Number one is that you have to avoid smoking. Nicotine damages the stomach lining. If you did not know it now. Nicotine damages the stomach lining and will worsen ulcers. Stop smoking. Number two, like I already talked about before, stop drinking alcohol. During this period that you're trying to heal your stomach ulcers, stop drinking alcohol. Number three, don't stay too long without eating or on an empty stomach. This is very important. It is better, like I mentioned, to eat smaller meals more frequently during the day so that your stomach doesn't stay empty for too long. Next is that after you eat, don't be quick to go and lie down on your bed. This is a bad habit that a lot of people have. After eating, they go and lie down. No, don't do that, because when you lie down, food doesn't go down properly and it's not going to be digested properly. Don't lie down immediately after eating. It will cause indigestion issues and will worsen your condition. And finally, manage stress. The number one way to manage stress is get enough sleep. If you're not sleeping well, if you have a messed up sleeping cycle, if you have issues with sleep, you need to fix those, because that will drastically reduce your stress during the day. And then do other things like meditation, deep breathing, journaling, just taking life easy, because anytime you are stressed up, you are worsening your ulcer wounds. The major takeaway you should have from this video is that healing stomach ulcer takes time, yes, but if you're able to incorporate everything I talked about in this video, you will eventually get there. You will heal. Trust me. An important thing to note too is that you don't take this for granted, because stomach ulcers can really make your life very difficult. Don't take it lightly. Do whatever you can to heal it now so that you don't have to deal with this for too long, for more than you need to. I know people who have been struggling with stomach ulcers for years. I hope this video was useful and I wish you good luck as you start healing your stomach ulcers. Thank you so much for listening.